All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wildcat Week, episode 4 of season 2. Like the meme, Foe.
Foes up. Put them foes up. Fourth quarter.
No, but
Episode 4.
Owen,
Season 2.
yeah. How's your past week been? I mean, obviously, we'll get to it, but great dub this weekend. W's in chat.
Straight dubs.
Almost knocked over my water.
Sorry, I put it right there.
But no, I mean the sports world I was been a little bit slower, but that's kind of because like
a little bit slow, but
at the same time, like it's still been like big dubs for everybody.
Yeah,
honestly,
course,
we're still collecting W's like it's just nobody's business. Just
dubs
right
left
through
and right,
there. Oh.
over, under.
But no, I mean, I mainly say like for most of the part, like most of like the sports, like they're kind of starting their.
I only got 4 women's sports, so
I have 3 men's sports, but like most of them have like ending their Crossroads League season or like in the middle of it. So it's kind of like it's kind of the wind down time. It's kind of almost like the awkward period for like soccer, who's still on like just started their Crossroads League.
Yeah.
You guys are kind of just starting
started.
conference, but like tennis. Cross country barely does anything less. Like they just kind of do like everything once every like two and a half weeks.
Yeah. Swim and dive.
Golf is kind of like getting slower. Tennis is basically done.
Volleyball's mid-season.
Volleyball is like mid-late season.
Mid conference season.
Mid-conference season. So I mean like it's just
no,
not
literally
so
they just
much.
started their second half of conference.
Yeah.
Because
There you
Mount
go.
Vernon was their first conference game. They just played Mount Vernon again. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. So So Owen's gonna get us going with
Some women's sports.
and he said he only has like what 3 or 4.
4. So starting off with
take it away.
women golf. So, just a quick prayer to everyone down in Florida for that's been affected by Hurricane Ian.
Oh, yeah.
The women's golf, I covered them first so we could do that. So they came 6 out of 12. I don't know if those results stood, but they were in Palm Arbor, Florida, for rounds 1 and 2 on Monday, September 26th. But the third round did get canceled because of the hurricane. Here at the Wildcat Week in Amplified Media, we want to give a quick prayer, and hope that everyone's okay.
Oh yeah, that
over
kind
in
of looks
Florida.
like.
So I don't know, where is it? Is it like kind of near where it went through?
I think so.
Dang.
Let me see. Okay, I see where they are on the map now. Let me see Hurricane Ian tracker. Let's look at the images.
Oh yeah, right
yeah,
through
it went right through where they were.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
thank goodness they got out of there.
Yeah. So just a quick prayer and to anyone affected by that. We're really hope everything's okay. Because we do, especially on the football team, we have a lot of guys from South Florida. But I mean, I definitely know around campus as well. In other sports, we have people from that area.
South Beach, Miami.
So just a quick prayer to everyone out there. But going on, the women's golf, 6 out of 12.
Pitbull probably said, "Dale."
Yeah. On the first day on Monday, they did 2 rounds, 6 of 12. Did not finish the event. Now going on to women's soccer, though, they were able to play as they were here in Indiana, where literally it's just getting cold. So on September 28th, Wednesday, they played Bethel University at Bethel over in Mishawaka, Indiana. Won that game 1-0. They continue their hot streak, off to a great start. I mean, literally, like I said on the last episode, their only blemish to their record is that one tie to Lindsey Wilson. And then conference started on September 24th. So now we're 3 games in. So October 1st on this past Saturday, after the football team, which we'll talk about, handed Concordia a bad L. Also their 3rd L of the season. They're 1-3. The women's soccer team took a big old dub against the rivals over at the Iwu soccer field. Good old pitch. And they won that one 2-0.
Oh, the good old pitch.
Good old pitch. And then, so now moving on to the women's tennis team. They had the ITA regionals, which is like a small college tournament, small college Christian tournament.
Did you look up that's what ITA meant?
Yeah, that's literally what the tournament's called. It's called ITA Regional Small Christian College Tournament.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyways, the women's singles, Number
Okay.
4, Melanie
Yeah.
Vexler.
DeVexler.
DeVexler. Okay, I wasn't sure if you said the D or not. So Melanie DeVexler. She was the regional champion. She won 6-4, then 6-0. And then number 3, Brianna Barger.
Yep.
She lost sadly, but she did make the.
They played each other in the singles final.
Oh, really? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because
you were there.
you can
so,
play.
interrupt me.
You can play because this is technically. I mean,
This
they'll
isn't a
say
team
you're from
tournament,
Indiana
yeah.
Wesleyan, but it's not team wise. So
Got
you
it,
can play
yeah.
people from your own. Same with doubles too, because they also play in doubles. So yeah, they ended up playing each other in the final, and so you knew the winner was going to come from IWU. But
yeah, that makes
it was
sense.
either one of two of them.
Now that I look at it, yeah, it's literally the same time, same score. Yeah, so Brianna lost to Melanie, so shout out Melanie. Sorry about that, Brianna. You lost to your friend.
Lost to her doubles partner.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get there because that was wild. So then you got Kayla Dubuque. Okay,
Yep.
Kayla Dubuque. She is the consolation bracket champion. So congratulations to her. 6-1, then 6-4. And now going on to the women's doubles, like Donovan rudely interrupted me earlier.
Yep.
Yep. Melanie and Brienne are teammates, and they won their women's double regional champs, 6-1 and 6-2. They have this cute little picture of the two of them, and then right next to it, it's a cute graphic of the two of them, and then Isaac and Trey, because they won as well.
We'll get to there.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
But it's literally in the title of the sports page. It's like ITA tennis, and then it's like Melanie and Brienne, and then Trey and Isaac.
Yeah.
And
Get
then,
straight to the point.
And then you got volleyball. Exactly, it gets right to the point. Women's volleyball. So women's volleyball, they've hit a brick wall. TBH for real.
Hey, one step back, we're 2 steps forward.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, hey, it's a freaking long season. I mean, dude, they are 14-5. They played 19 games, and I'm looking at they got 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I might have missed one. So a 29 or 30 game season, not to mention you have Crossroad Leagues quarterfinals, semifinals, championship, first round of nationals, and then obviously however many rounds after that, and then the national championship.
A lot of volleyball.
So there's a lot of volleyball to be played. So I'm not don't hit the panic button if anyone's watching that care or that follows IWU volleyball heavily. Don't hit the panic button. But on September 28th, your homeboy, I had the opportunity to live stream, broadcast this game play-by-play. They played number 17th Marian University, and they lost 1-0. They kind of killed themselves. A lot of serves went to the net, but not gonna lie, Marian had 2 girls up front that were just blocking a brick wall. I was kind of insane. I mean, literally, Victoria that we had, and
Cassie.
Yeah, and then Cassie. We had Cassie,
yep.
And then Victoria. I did an article with her. That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, Victoria. And we're going for kills, and then what's this other girl?
Eva Jolersma.
No,
DeMarchi.
Yeah, Martina DeMarchi. Dude, she. I'm not gonna lie, the ball off of her hand is a rocket,
it is,
dude.
Yeah.
Anyways, I've
called their games too. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it's insane. But anyways, I mean, yeah, some of the best. I from what I saw, because I mean, not gonna lie, Marion's girls up 2 were the really good blockers, but I thought we had better girls that could spike and get those really solid kills.
Yeah.
But then Marion's front 2 girls were just insane. And I mean, literally, it was just they go get a kill, and it bounced right off right in front of our girl's face. So we did kill ourselves a lot, but got to give credit where credit's due to Marion. Yeah. So, anyways, then we
I think
played.
Marion's also 3rd in the country too. So
yeah, no, 17th. Going on to Spring Arbor University, they must have hit a brick wall too, because this. I guess.
No,
this
I'm
is
sorry, I was thinking women's soccer.
Oh, yeah, okay. Going on to Spring Arbor University, they played at Spring Arbor on September 30th, this past Friday. Recording this on Tuesday, so they won that 3-0. So back on a good start, but then they did take one step back again, losing this past Saturday at Mount Vernon Nazarene University, who they handled pretty well, because I was at that game as well, covering it for the Chronicle. and they handled them pretty well. 3-0, won pretty quickly, not going to lie. And Mount Vernon took them into 5, and they lost on the last one. So, a tough couple losses, but the girls will be back at home against Huntington on October 5th. We'll talk about that after the interview. But, Donovan, that's all for me for women's sports. What about men's sports?
Yeah. All right. So, don't need that up here. I don't know why I had that one up here. So, we'll go to men's soccer first. Men's soccer has played 2 matches since our last podcast episode on September 28th. They played Bethel University, who is ranked 12th in the nation. They lost 0-2. That is the second time they've lost to a ranked school. The other ranked school they've lost to was University of Northwestern Ohio, 1-2. But everyone else they have played that has been ranked, they've either tied or beat. So that's our first time we've lost to a team where, on paper, you would say we should lose.
Yeah.
And then on October 1st, just this past Saturday, the men's team was at Taylor playing against Taylor while the women's were here at home playing against Taylor. And we won that one 2-0.
Boom.
Actually, Jose Pizarro scored both. Whoa. Okay. Indiana also had 4 yellow cards that match. I mean, it's only yellow cards, but
yeah, I guess
no one got kicked out, but that's
yeah.
pretty funny.
While you're saying this, I'm gonna go look and see if
any of the ladies,
Sarah or Mallory scored.
Sarah Mallory scored.
Hold on. Yeah, continue. Sorry.
So while Owen's looking up that, I will move on to men's tennis. And as Owen was saying earlier, with the girls that won the ITAs, Trey and Isaac won the ITA doubles. And they came in as complete underdogs to win that tournament. You guys will hear more from them later because they are our guests on this episode. So they'll kind of dive into that, kind of how it was for them, because I could talk about it, but I want them to talk about it, and their awesome match that they played and their just entire week that they had up to it. No one else from the men's teams kind of went super deep singles-wise or doubles-wise, so they were kind of really the only two to kind of secure something for the men's side. Are you going to say something for...
Dude. Sarah took the lead. She scored a goal in the it doesn't say. But anyways, she came off of an assist by Jackie Norris. She took the lead in the Taylor game. So she's actually ahead of Mallory. Okay. So shout out to Sarah.
Okay.
But continue. Sorry.
I was pretty much done. I got done, so I was able to ask you that. But now we'll move on to football. So we are now 3-1.
Yeah,
and
ranked
we
7th
just handed
in the country.
a loss to Concordia University of Michigan, who was also the first team of the conference.
They're ranked 15th, and now they're not anymore, by the way.
So at the time they were ranked 15 when you guys played. Also, huge shout out to you guys. You guys started the season at 14th. Then you guys lost, but still somehow went up to 13th. And then you guys won, and then you went up to 12, and then you won again, and you went to 9.
Or 9, yeah.
And now you won again, and now you're up to number 7 in the country. Good job, football team.
Let's go.
I'll have you talk about this game a little bit. You guys won 23-13. I was at the tennis match doing my thing from my documentary that I'm making for the women's team. So, go ahead. Kind of give us a quick little recap of the football game.
Yeah, so, just... we scored. We came out really hot, or we didn't come out hot. We defense got the ball first. Dude, this is hilarious. I don't know if you've heard about it. So
I've heard about.
Yes. All right, dude. So for anyone listening, which is my parents who are also there, are going to be listening to this, so they know exactly how funny this is. Anyways, so second play of the game, they do a screen pass. Dude cribs it 70 yards to the house. You know what he did at the 2-yard line? Threw up a deuces. 2. For anyone listening that doesn't know what deuces means, they gave the peace sign to whoever was behind him, and he did it at the 2-yard line. Well, guess what? In college football, it's a spot foul. 15 yards from the 2-yard line for an unsportsmanlike conduct, and guess what? Our defense freaking stopped him.
Stuffed him.
And then... go back to our drive, kind of struggled a little bit, had a punt. And then they drove down. Our defense stopped them again. We're backed up a little bit. No. Juice got a pick, I'm pretty sure. Or they pick or fumble, something like that. And anyways, we're backed up on our old goal line. And I think it was like the 5 or 6, and we do this like double reverse or whatever, and we fumble.
Oh.
And they recovered it at the 1 yard line.
Oh.
Guess what our defense did? Stopped them.
Wow.
On 4 plays.
Wow.
And so we come out, or actually, I think that's when someone got a pick. Yeah. And so we were down at the 5 yard line, and we ran a couple good big package plays. I like to call it the Barth package because Ben Zebarth comes in plays right tackle. So we call it the Barth package. And then we drove down, kicked a field goal right at the end of the quarter. So took the lead going into the second quarter. And the second quarter was pretty much all ours, dude. We scored 20 points in the second quarter. Yep. Went up 23 to, and they got a late score, so we went up 23-7 going into half. And then we had 4 drives in the second half. Two of them we started with the ball, kind of killed ourselves with a penalty, and had to punt. Defense handled their own. I mean, I think all around the first half was probably our best half, but our defense did only give up 13 points. So I'm not going to sit here and say they had a bad second half either. I think we just struggle a little bit in the second half, trying to click on certain things. Yeah. And after the second drive, we were just trying to win the game. So, I mean, it's not like we were trying to put I would have been sick to hang up 40 on Concordia, but at the end of the day, they're a very stout defense in their own right. So, I mean, I am going to admit that. So it's not like we were going to, like, once we got that second drive, literally we got the ball back in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes left.
Oh, wow.
For the third drive, finally.
Wow.
So, yeah. And then we got the ball back again with I think 2 minutes left, or maybe a minute left, and penalties again. And then we punted the ball, defense stopped them. Or no, then we got a pick. Low in their red zone, and we were able. So technically, we got 5 drive, I guess, but we knelt out in the last. We had kneeled out twice in the last 2 plays, because we got the ball with like a minute left, I think, and they were out of timeouts. But yeah, no, overall solid dub for the boys. Yeah. Charlie Hill, shout out to Charlie, the one-handed grab. Caden Curry, my roommate, said, if you're not gonna, some people say it's best to use 1 rather than 2. Coach T didn't agree with that on his Instagram comment. We do like an Instagram Tuesday or whatever every Tuesday, like in our offensive meeting room. It's fun. But Coach T was like, Kaden, he was like, I don't think I agree with that at all. No, but it was super sick. So, and then Perry McLean, the boy, the sophomore receiver from good old Illinois, Chicago, he got his second tutty of the year.
And then Jock caught the other one. Yeah,
and then Jock did not catch the other one, dude. I hate the fact that is a touchdown.
Was it just a little?
Dude, it was a shovel pass. Yeah. Or like not a shovel pass. It was just a, here, Jock.
So it was just forward.
A forward pitch.
Forward. Boop.
For 80 yards, and Xander got the freaking passing yards. And so we only rushed for like, how many yards did we rush for? Like 50?
Darian was 45.
45.
It doesn't show anyone else, Daniel, but it shows Jacquez had 101 yards.
And so yeah, if Tay had 45, and I think probably had like 20, 30, Daniel. So we probably rushed for like 50. Yeah, I'd probably run like 50.
It is funny though, because like if you take away that 80
130 something rushing yards we'd have if it was a run.
But if you take away the pitch for Xander giving
passes
him the
for like 100 yards.
105.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's funny.
But then that's honestly funny because it's like Xander would only have 100 yards, but then we would also have 137
They
yards
only
rushing.
threw the ball. Their quarterback had 326 yards.
Dude, their quarterback had 4 picks or 3 picks.
Wow.
Yeah. I have heard he has 11 picks in 4 games. So shade.
Not the best happening for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty much the wrap
was
up,
it, dude.
the rundown.
Ready to get in this interview, though.
Yeah, we're going to send you guys into this interview.
I'm excited, dude.
It was awesome.
Dude, it was
fun.
a great interview.
And then after that, we'll do our usual, which is the
preview. Yeah.
All right, so Owen, you ready to send it on into the interview?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the next interview. Owen, we loved these guys the last time they were on.
Dude, I think this was my favorite episode in season 1.
Guys,
no offense to Jordan, because Jordan's a goat. Jordan came back for that second episode when we needed someone, and she was like, "I got you guys."
Yeah.
It was just the 3 of us, and we just repeated questions.
Yeah. But I purposefully, when you asked me earlier this week, you're like, who should we ask? And I said, well, these two just claimed a tournament victory that let them go on to play a tournament here in a couple weeks.
Now.
But so I'm going to introduce them.
They look so cute.
Two guys. Oh,
look at
very cute.
Yeah.
It's two seniors from the men's tennis team, Isaac
boys.
Steiner and Trey Thixton.
Yes.
Round of applause, number 2.
Studio audience.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you guys
so much.
It's good. It's good to be back.
Yes.
Absolutely. So,
oh my days.
So Owen, we remember last time we had them on, and we were like, well, Isaac was like, yeah, people get in our face, like to like score points and all that stuff. Well, I was at this tournament Saturday, and I'll let these two talk about it during one of their doubles points. I guess kind of give the whole, like, who were you playing, and then what led up to kind of this moment that obviously you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we know what you're talking about.
Right, spill the tea. Bring it.
So we're playing Northwestern Ohio. They go by Uno. The weird part is, like, they are some of the nicest guys. We love their coach. We've been best friends with a lot of their players for the last 4 years or so, because a lot of them came in the same year as us, so we've known them for a long time. But they have one of the people. He's a Spanish guy on their team. We were in a really, really tight second set. We were up pretty big, and then it got really tight, and we had a chance to possibly serve out the match here in a little bit. And I was serving, and on a really big point, there was a serve that was pretty close, and that got called out. And everybody on our side that was sitting there right on the line said it was in. There's one guy's going crazy saying it wasn't, and things got a little bit heated, got a little chippy. People didn't really get too worked up, luckily. I think it was kind of getting there, but it shut down real quick. Yeah. But it was just one of those situations where, pressure got to a lot of people, and we were pretty friendly with those guys, but some voices got raised, some attitudes got checked, a whole lot of stuff like that.
I was sitting at the net. So, like, the reason that it just, like, blew up all at once was because we won the first set. We came back and won the first set. And then we're up 4-1, and so we only need 2 games. They hold, like, a really tight game, so the pressure's on. And we're up 40-30 is, tennis scoring is just weird. Yeah. But 40-30.
We know now, thanks to last year.
So this is big, where if we win this point, we're up 5-2.
Yeah.
Then we have a chance where I can serve and we can win it.
Got it.
And so this is a big, big point. He hits it, but the thing is I put the volley away when the kid returns it. And so if they didn't call it out, we won the point and we move on. But the dude called it out. And now when we get into, like, matches, I can get a little, like, if someone does me wrong or does, like, one of my teammates wrong, course. Like, I don't let them get by with it, or, like, I get in their ear about it. And this guy was just kind of annoying me. He has this persona, like, very nonchalant, but also kind of preppy vibe, where, like, sometimes it seems like these people think that they're better than you. And so he was, like, chipping away, like, saying, what are you talking about? Why do you think it was out, all this stuff? And he's talking about our coach sitting here with the sun behind him watching. And he's looking this way into the sun, and he tells our coach, like, you can't even see, like, with the sun and all this stuff, reflection. I'm like, bro, you're an idiot. Like, the sun's in your eyes. Yeah. If you want to talk about the sun, then you're the one that's at fault here. And we get into that, but whatever. The thing about tennis is if they call it out, it's out. It's out. Yeah. That's the thing that sucks. And so we lose that point. We go to deuce. We lose the point. And then I do something so stupid. We're walking by, and he's, like, taking a drink of water or whatever he's doing. Oh, geez, and I do this. Look, I know this isn't right, but I did it, and I do it a lot.
No, dude, I don't care.
We walk right by, and I do not break eye contact with him. And he sits down. He thinks I looked away, and I'm just staring at him as I'm walking by. And all the time I do it because sometimes I just want to intimidate the person that I'm playing.
And it worked. It worked early in the tournament.
I just looked back at him as I was walking by, and he finally looked up, and he's like, "What are you looking at?" And I was like, hey, I'm not doing anything, you know. And I just go get a drink and we go play.
Dude, you should have backed it up. You shouldn't be like,
I know. But so that was fun. But I mean, like for us after the match, it's like it's on the court.
Yeah.
We leave it on the court, but sometimes other people bring it off. But there was no fight, so thank goodness for
you
that.
brought it off. So. You brought it off the court.
Well, when we're talking about it here, yeah, maybe a little bit.
No. Hey, you know, coming from someone who obviously wasn't there, I mean, I guess it's very, very accepted. I'll accept it. It's warranted. It's warranted. That was what I was looking for, that word. Warranted.
Warranted.
Yeah. Very warranted.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think it was interesting because I mean, I had been like, you guys know, like I'm doing a documentary on the women's team, and all that stuff. So like I've been to women's matches, and like, I mean, well, the women, they crush everybody, so that doesn't really matter. But like, I never see something like that happen, and to just finally see it felt so good.
Were you there? Were you there the day before though?
No,
the day before is even worse.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah. So just kind of go through the whole tournament.
Was it the same guy, same team?
No.
No, we played a different team. That one actually like almost got to the point where I thought like some people were gonna fight.
This one, like the one you were just talking about?
The second one, not the one that we were just talking about. The one that we were just talking about was kind of a mild one that happens a good amount.
And that's the one that you saw?
Yeah. That's when you saw.
Oh, okay.
The one before, it got like it almost got way too far out of hand.
Yes.
But how the tournament works, we started Wednesday, right?
Yeah, Wednesday at 5:30 was our first match.
Exactly. And when we start, you're in singles and doubles.
Yeah.
And so Wednesday, 2 singles matches, a doubles. Thursday, if you make it, 1 singles match, 2 doubles, and it alternates like that, right? And so we go through our days, whatever. We both go out as singles before. I went out Friday. When did you go out and sing?
I went out Wednesday for the main draw, but I played until the semifinals of the back draw because I kept winning. I won like 3 or 4 more matches.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But then once we both lost, like in the main draw, it's kind of the focus is on doubles because that's what we can win now. But we're going in this match, and the crazy thing is though, we were looking at it from the beginning, and the guys that we were planning to play in the semis was the 1 seed. And they're guys that we know. Yeah. They're guys we know and we're friends with.
What school?
Uno.
From Uno.
Same
same. The thing is, Uno had the top 4 seeds at this tournament.
Okay.
Really? Okay.
So we're like planning to, we're preparing to play them. But what happened like when we won our like 3rd match or whatever, and you came off, and we were told what happened?
Yeah, I walked up to the scores table to report our score and everything, and one of our teammates was sitting right there at the scores table, and they had lost to this Marion team, and he just looks at me and he's like, "Oh, by the way, Uno just lost 8-5 to Marion. You guys are playing Marion in the semis."
Which is like insane because last year, like Uno, these guys were like the ones who made it far and were super hard to beat in doubles.
Yeah.
So they basically ran it last year. They basically ran the tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're just sitting here like, bro, we have an incredible shot to make it to the finals. And for the thing we're thinking about is if we can make it to the finals, how it works with nationals is even if you lose, you can have an at-large bid if your ranking's good enough.
Yes.
So if we would have even lost, we had a good shot of getting in.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're thinking, we're like, we just got to win one more match to have a good shot at nationals. And so we go out to play them, but we know these guys are like, they have a lot of energy. They're good players, so we knew that we had to play. But one of them is a real hot
dude. Gosh, Marion.
And so we're starting off, and I don't remember how the first couple games went, but they were getting tight and they were kind of getting loud, and I was getting loud, and I just do. When I play tennis, I only speak in Spanish. Like when I'm screaming or whatever, it's vamos, dale, all that stuff. He does it too. But every time we did it, I'd be like, vamos, dale. Every time they won a point, the guy would mock me and like say it in a sarcastic voice.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. So we were already like, dude, screw this guy. You know, this is already getting out of hand.
He did this to me. I played him in the regular season, and he did this to me in the regular season as well. So, like, this was something I knew was coming, and we got into a big fight there. But, like, he started going after him because I was being quiet because I remembered how last time went. So I was trying to
Is this a Hispanic guy or he's
he's
Australian?
Like Australian.
Oh, really?
So,
Really?
And the thing is, too, like, he's a big dude. Like, he was jacked.
He's
So it's like we
Australian,
couldn't fight him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it went to a fight, I was like, we're not winning this one. It was an Irish dude.
You look at Carl, your assistant coach. You're like, hey, get him for me.
Carl.
Like, Isaac grabbed the legs. I'll go for the body. Like, go.
But we're playing, and the same thing kind of happens.
Yeah.
Where we serve, and they called out, and it's like I'm pretty sure it was a pretty big point, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was to go
remember.
up a double break, I think.
Yeah, and so this would have really put them in the ground, and we would have been running. And the guy from Australia calls it out, and we're like, what? And then our coach is like, what? He's like, it was inside the line, all this stuff. He ends up telling our coach to shut up.
Oh.
Like,
And
he's
that
like,
he needs a new pair of glasses.
shut up, you need a
new pair of glasses, mate. Or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
all this stuff. He's saying stuff, and then I have friends who are sitting outside that just start yelling at him for calling him a cheater, all these things.
Like
Dude,
people that have no affiliation to the tennis team.
No
Just your
affiliation to the tennis
friends?
team, just my friends. And so it's, Chris Roon?
Heard of him. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Chris, he's there. Love that man. But he's like defending us, all this stuff. Then it escalates because the guy from Aussie, starts talking to him outside the court. And he's like, you guys are basically brown-nosing us, but in a way stronger term that I just don't think I can say on the podcast.
Probably not.
Yeah. But so he says that. And then Chris starts going off because Chris is like, I'm just going to start talking to him.
Wait, is Chris the one that was the punter on the football team?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
he was
I know.
behind, he was behind Ben.
Okay,
he
I
has
know
the long,
exactly what
flowy
you're
hair
talking
now.
about. Yeah.
But then the dude from Australia goes to his bench and he's talking to one of his Hispanic friends and he says El Gordo. And everybody knows that. Like when you play tennis, you know what that means. It means fatty. So he's calling Chris fatty, like the fatty. And then Chris goes,
Oh no.
I may be a fatty, but you're still a loser. And like just starts going at him, like all this stuff, bro. And we're sitting here like talking, whatever. We have a player who just got done on the second court, walks through our court, and as the dude from Australia is talking, our player looks at him and goes, wait, who beat you guys? Who beat you guys? Yeah. Who beat you guys? And is talking to him. Me and Trey are not saying anything. Everybody else is just jumping in on this dude.
What player is this? Is a guy from our team?
Yeah, this is our team.
okay.
He's saying stuff to him now. And so it just got way out of hand. And these guys like were willing to fight Trey and Alex in the regular season. So we were like, oh, gosh,
Yeah.
we're going to fight. We're going to fight. And I'm not a fighter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, that's great.
That is
Dude,
wild.
Who freaking knew? I mean, I've watched Kyrgios, yes.
Yeah.
I've seen he gets pretty heated. He's Australian, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it freaking makes so much
Runs
sense.
in
Make
the-
them different over there. What's going on?
No, I've seen some stuff about him about how he can get pretty heated. And then
Yeah.
there's that older guy that like years ago,
John McEnroe.
yeah, that got really heated.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I never like even like before, obviously my thoughts have changed since the first time we did interview you guys, but like I never thought of tennis is like one of those sports that like just gets like I know look half the time at Cryos, is that what you said?
Kyrgios.
Kyrgios is
it's
yelling at the ref, but
Yeah.
like still like I mean he's yelling at the ref and it's a kind of like against the guy that he's playing against.
Yep.
And I don't know. I guess I never really thought of tennis as like, because I've just been so used to seeing like guys like Nadal, Federer, guys
Yeah.
like play Murray, like play against each
Super
other.
respectable guys.
Yeah, and so
you know?
like if some one guy beats the other, they walk into the net, shake hands, like love you, bro.
Good stuff.
Like yeah,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
It's a little different in college sometimes.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah.
I love that though.
So you guys going down to Georgia, not this week, but next week, it will pretty much be kind of like the same layout tournament wise.
It's so it's called a compass draw. So there's 16 teams and then 16 individuals for singles as well. So you start off, everybody's lined up, 8 matches, and win or lose, you play 4 matches.
Oh wow.
I'm pretty sure you're guaranteed 3.
Guaranteed.
Is what I
3.
remember.
4 might be the championship.
Yeah.
But the way that it goes, if you win, you move on to the winner's bracket. If you lose, you keep moving backwards in the draw. So it's like mirrored on both sides, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because you're playing for your ranking in the nation. So
Yeah.
you could lose all 3 times and be 16th in the nation. You can win all of them, be first. You can
Yeah.
lose in the finals. Like it goes down like that.
Yeah.
So we'll be 1 match per day. And then if we make it to the finals, we play Saturday, and it's just 1 match. There's no other matches being played.
Yeah, so it's nice. 1 match a day.
Yeah.
That's
Nothing too
super
crazy.
nice. Also, Trey, I want to say sorry to your mom because I was behind her while you guys were playing, and I was eating McAllister's, and I just know there's a couple times I didn't know it was your mom until after the match. I saw her like hugging you or something, but I was like, man, I kind of feel sorry for this woman because I'm eating McAllister's. I'm drawing a bunch of bees towards me, and then like I'm like, oh,
No.
this is Trey's mom.
No, I thought you were gonna say you were sorry for her because she had to watch that match. Because I don't know if
Oh.
you saw her get up She was doing laps of the parking lot because she couldn't stand to watch us almost lose that match. And I stressed her out. I probably took 5-10 years off her life in that match.
Dude, 100%.
Our parents, any parents of kids that are an athlete,
dude,
like that are athletes, their lifespan goes down. The stress,
absolutely,
the heart attacks that could come from it.
She was my brother lives in Tampa. She was on the phone with him the entire tie break.
Oh my God!
Like I could see her every time we lose a point, like throw her hands up, like what are you doing?
Yeah, was she a big tennis too?
Yeah, she used to play. She was a multi-sport athlete. Shout out Amy.
Yeah,
Amy. She still played. She stopped playing like 2 years ago, but she's getting back into it. She hurt her elbow for a little bit, but she's got some nice hands on her. Really good doubles player as well.
Oh, dang! So it just runs in the family. So
it's got to be
from her.
What do you
mean as well? What do you mean? Nah, I'm just kidding.
No, I do think it is funny, just like because I told Trey on Saturday right after you guys won, but like I remember you guys sitting in here in the spring. And me and Owen were like, so do you guys play doubles? And you go, oh no, our styles is way too different.
That's what I thought.
And here you guys are
winning stuff.
Did we really say our styles?
Yes, dude.
You guys either said like your styles too different. I know you guys both said like
similar because
there you go. That's right.
Here's what I'm thinking is me and Trey play like the same style in doubles.
That's right. That's
and
what you
said. And a lot of times with other people, it's you want to have somebody like us that play with somebody who can play from the baseline or has a big serve, so that way we can do what we're good at, moving at the net, putting volleys away. Like, that's what we're good at. But the thing is, me and him both know how to play doubles. And so, like take this, for example. We can say this fairly that the guys we were playing from Uno should have beaten us in the sense that they are more talented. They have a better rating than us, better ranking.
Yeah.
So in all things on paper, they should beat us. But the thing is, in tennis, there's singles players and there's doubles players.
Yeah.
And because we know how to play and we can play to our strengths, that's why we won. Yeah. And so, like, we play similar, but the reasons that we played separate in the past years is because of other people on the team.
Yeah. It was just an excuse, really.
No, it was one of those things that, like, we figured out that we were going to be playing together this year for ITA pretty early on during the season. We got asked if we wanted to do that, if that's something that interested us from our coach. And so we had the chance to say yes to that. I think we really have a lot of confidence in each other, knowing what one other person's going to do on court since we have such a similar style when it comes to, like, playing the net, taking balls in the middle, stuff like that, communication. We're on the same wavelength, so I think we just have a lot of confidence with each other and know what we're really good at and what we need to do to win. And so you put that together against, a couple of really good teams here and there, and you start taking some points and getting some confidence. We started rolling pretty well in the tournament.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I found it amazing when you guys would both, like, go up to the net. I mean,
that's got to be intimidating.
They're getting rockets hit right at them, and they're somehow like finding a way to put their. It's truly incredible,
dude. That is nuts. Because I picked up pickleball before I came back.
Good game, good game.
We're
also
fall
dogs
camp.
at pickleball.
Of course, no. But before I came back for fall camp for football.
Yeah.
I went home for a week, and I live in a golf course. So they have like a country club and stuff, and they have tennis courts as well. So they transformed one of the hard because we have a clay and then we have a hard court. They transformed, so there's two hard courts. So they transformed the right one into 4 pickleballs.
Oh, that's sick.
And my brother, me, one of our neighbors who's my brother's friend, and then my dad, and we would go out there every single day in like 90-degree heat in Louisiana, and it was literally my workout while I was at home for a week. And I mean,
it's a grinder,
dude. And then my dad now plays like pretty hardcore with like the guys in the neighborhood that play like the older guys.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was telling me about just how they'll be getting the net just boom, 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 boom.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like,
it's a good game.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That's
so I can't even imagine
I
can't imagine a tennis ball, because I mean that's a wiffle ball. That's not coming at you that fast.
Yeah.
Where a tennis ball, you guys are just smoking it at each other.
Oh. Yeah, there's some guys that can hit it super hard. Yeah. We'll just say that.
So there was a point at 9-8 in the tiebreak where the dude literally hit a ball so hard that like I thought I was right on it. We would have won the match if I had made the volley, and I just missed. Like it just went straight past me, right past.
It was a missile.
It was crazy.
You're like, did it go through my net or something?
That's literally what I thought. I looked at it. And I looked at
I
him
have a
and
hole
I was
in my net. Yeah.
Arms in the air, like what just happened?
Yeah. That's funny.
So you guys got a new coach this year, Coach James Gleghorn. What did you say you guys are to him? Gleggies?
We say Gleggies good boys.
Gleggies good boys.
We got a group chat.
He
with
doesn't
that
know
name.
that, but I made it a thing when when we're talking about something that we got to go do, like if we want to hang out as a team, I say I'm a good boy if you're going to this. And so then say 6 dudes will just put, I'm a good boy. Some people will send videos. I'm a good boy.
That's funny.
It's so stupid, but it's funny.
Dude, that's hilarious.
No, but how is your coach just kind of, I guess, as almost like a two-part, like how has he done in this first year, but then like just how is he as like a normal overall coach?
Yeah. We love him. We love him so much. And we knew that the transition would be super hard because in our respect that Eddie Shigley was like a father to all of us. And so much more than just a tennis coach. Like he was there for us as people. And so we knew with a new coach that you have to be open with it. Like you can't expect him to act like Shigley. And so I was wondering how he would balance that, like how he would transition into that being first year. And there's a lot of pressure on him, you know?
Yeah.
All things aside, he's a great tennis coach. Like he knows what he's doing. And so we love that because he can actually drill us, teach us, help us on court, all these things. That's incredible. But the way that he has come into this team and really respected our traditions and what we do and who we are as a team and what Eddie has done, but also bringing in new things and bringing in change and things like that is really respectable. And so we love him as a tennis coach. And he's so fun just to like sit and talk with. He'll sit and talk with us about anything and everything. He'll chat like he's one of the boys, but then he also has that authority as he is our coach. He is an elderly figure in our lives, and so he can speak into our lives, and he has a lot to say, and he has an incredible story. We were listening to the stories he has. It's insane, but he really pours into us and loves us and really desires to get to know us as people instead of just players. And so I love him as a coach.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think all of us do. I'm the same way. I love him. He's been really cool to have come into the picture. It's always, you never know, especially when you get somebody coming in with a completely different perspective, how things are going to go first year. Of course, a bunch of us knew each other and we're returners. So it's like, who's going to play doubles? Who's going to play what positions? Like, what's it going to look like? And I think the way that he went about helping decide that and respecting senior leadership enough to take certain advice, but also make his own decisions at the end of the day was really commendable. And like Isaac was saying, like, he's just super dry, sarcastic, fun dude. Like the conversations that we have and how much fun we have at practice with everybody going on. Like it is something that like every day in the fall, there was not a day that I didn't want to show up and come play for him or anything like that. Yeah. And he know that he has our backs, everything like that. So it's an awesome transition.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think because I did a mic'd up practice with him for the girls.
Oh my gosh.
And he had no idea. I was like I had gave him no warning he was going to get a mic'd up practice. I just show up and I pull out a mic. He goes, "What's that for?" I go, "You." And he goes, "Oh." And dude, the second he put on that mic, dude, he just turned into a goofball. And
I remember that practice.
Yeah, he was like, because I remember I think one of you were like, "Oh, is he actually coaching today?"
Yeah, we said a joke like that.
It was really fun. But
it's like when a teacher has like an evaluation and they actually start teaching.
Yeah, they actually start teaching. No, he's an awesome guy. Yeah. Do you have anything?
Yeah, no, but I guess just one kind of thing for me is just how has this year been when it comes to, last year, like, we talked a little bit before, but having, a roster of 12 to 14 guys and a travel team of 10, and now there is literally 9 of you.
Yeah.
On the team. I'm looking at the roster right now. There's literally 9 of you guys, and there's 4 seniors. And so just, like, how has that transition been? I mean, especially, you guys had a lot of guys from foreign countries last year.
Yeah.
And then, now there's literally no one.
Yeah, dude. It's definitely so different. I remember when we showed up, because we all knew how different it was going to be. Like, we all came into this knowing the guys that left, knowing the guys that weren't going to be coming here anymore, all this stuff.
Yeah.
But it was different when we showed up, and I was sitting there with Trey, Grant Wayner, Alex, and Ethan, and we were just talking. We're like, dude, us? And then we started listing off the guys, and we're like, is there anyone else?
Yeah.
And we're like, no. And so it was just
wild.
It was a completely different vibe. But I remember me and Trey talking about it actually through the summer. And the cool thing was, love the guys to death that were there. But I think we were kind of getting away from our values a little bit as a team. I think we were being driven to, we were such a successful program. And dude, don't get me wrong. We were respectable. We loved other teams really well. Everybody loved to talk to us because we just wanted to talk to people. Yeah. We never thought, oh, we're better than you, so we won't talk to you. We never thought that. But there was some things lost in what we came into freshman year. In the fact that I remember my freshman year, it was if you lose your match, you pray for your opponent. Because like if not to say you can't pray when you win, but sometimes the other person takes it as a boastful thing too.
Yeah.
Win and then pray for them. But that was part of the culture, you know? And we had Bible studies all the time. And as we just got more and more people who were really good at tennis but didn't know our values, then it started to get away from us for a little bit.
Yeah.
And so this year we weren't looking to be the most successful. We were looking to be a good team, right? A lot of people thought we were going to be like 7-8 in the conference, but then we showed up and we were 4.
Dude, yeah.
And so we did a good job. We were very successful. But this year has definitely been just one of being united together and being brothers and like loving just playing tennis together and being a family again. And so there was a different focus this year than just tennis, because last year it was we're so good at tennis and we can bond over that.
Yeah.
This year it's okay, you know, sometimes we lost a lot, but that's not what bonded us this year. You know, it's Christ and that we love one another. So
yeah, I mean, it's wild to look at it. I mean, I know you guys are early in the season, but I mean, like last year you guys were 41-5, 10 out the year. And I mean, this year you guys are sitting at 7-6.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to.
Hey, we got a winning record. Let's go.
That's a win.
I didn't know that, bro.
I think it's wild to say that, to look at, and I commend you, both of you. It's just the fact that, this has been a tough year. Obviously with losing a lot of guys, but like you said, you've gained those morals and those ethical things that you signed on to your freshman year, and you guys are now, it's honestly coming full circle because you guys had it let it slip. And then now right before you guys leave, you guys are resetting that legacy. And so I commend both of you and the other two seniors, because I think when you have, because I went through a coaching change this past year. My offensive line coach left, and now we have a new guy. And so one thing that we wanted to make sure was that ethically that we didn't change as an offensive line, in which we haven't. And so I think
that's good.
I think that's the thing that I commend you guys for, with everyone leaving and a new coach coming in, that you guys didn't go back on anything. You didn't go back to the old way like you guys did last year. You reinstated what your brother and everything like that.
Exactly.
Really had,
exactly.
so.
Trey, what was it like? What has this one been for you? You know,
so,
just a little different from like my perspective and your perspective.
So for me, like last year, I feel like we talked a little bit about it last year, how I was kind of like one of those fringe guys of like, I would be maybe in on certain doubles matches, but not really play that many matches.
Yeah.
So I went from playing, I think I played like 8 matches last year to now in this fall alone. Like I played every single match, singles and doubles. And there's Ethan, Alex, myself. We were all the ones that did that. That went from pretty much not playing to now you're the top 3, top 4 guys, and you're expected to win every time.
Yeah.
So it's been fun, honestly. I mean, there's been a lot of course, there's a lot of downs. It's fun. It's more fun to win probably than it is to lose. We love winning, of course, together. But there's been a lot of really special moments, I feel like, this year. Because, like I take Goshen, for example. We lost to Goshen in the regular season 3-4 in a really tight match. Alex and I had a chance at 1 doubles to get us the doubles point. It would have ended up winning us the match. And so, like, we wore that weight for a full week and a half before we played them again in conference tournament first round. And so we ended up winning the doubles, and then the top 3, or 1, 2, and 4 singles, and I was 4 singles, ended up winning and redeeming that. And just the sheer jubilation of us to come back and win that. Like last year,
we killed them too.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now where you guys beat Grace 7-0.
Yeah. Like
that was from last year. I think.
Yeah, I'm saying from last year, you guys.
Then, just last year, like if we would have beat any of these teams, like there's no way we'd get probably a little excited for Grace because they were close enough and just like a rival for us. But like this year, there were so many teams that we used to just walk over when we had everybody else, that now like we had to fight super hard, and made it a lot more enjoyable to win.
That's awesome. I mean, that's good. You guys can find the positive in something that a lot of people would have thought like, oh, this year,
the worst situation
this year it is screwed.
It's like, bro, we're playing tennis at a college.
Yeah.
You know, like there's not too much better than that.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you guys go, I guess, because now you guys are playing 2 matches, both doubles, and then you're also playing singles, like I don't know, me and Owen don't know, but like what kind of gives out like body part wise, like fatigue wise? Which part is it? Your legs? Is it your arms? Like which part kind of gives out first?
It's definitely your legs and the arm that you play on your forehand side. So for me, for us, it's our left arm. So right here sometimes, and like now right here is when it gets into like tendonitis and tennis elbow or whatever they call it. But a lot of times too is the muscle up here gets super tight, and so you can't swing on a forehand, you can't serve, all those things.
Hurts to
that
hold
goes
the
out,
racket.
but it's definitely your legs that go first.
Yeah.
Your legs get super sore, they get super tired. Like the end of the week, bro, we were dead, we were gassed, and so it's by far the legs.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
Very conditioned, I feel like, for the sport of tennis than a lot of people may realize.
Yeah,
You guys are constantly going back and forth.
it's a lot more running than people think.
Yeah.
I remember looking up what sports run the most, and it was soccer, and then like track and cross country, and then us.
Yeah, because I mean it's a lot of like explosive, isn't
Yeah,
it? Okay,
exactly.
Yeah.
yeah. It's a lot of just like short bursts. Like you'll go really hard for
Yeah.
like 10, 20 seconds probably, and then you have to just get right back at it for 10 seconds, and then you're just doing that the whole match.
Yeah.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much we talked for a while there. That was
Yeah.
like-
That was a good
Heck
one.
yeah.
that was a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys so much. So yeah, you guys leave what next Tuesday?
Yeah,
Tuesday.
Tuesday
Yeah, next
morning.
Tuesday.
Next
Okay.
Tuesday, go down to which I asked Coach if I could go to follow the
Ooh.
women. So we'll see if I.
Dude, that would
if
be
I
so
can go.
fun,
That'd be
bro.
nuts.
Dude, lucky
Yeah.
you get to go with them.
Maybe.
That'd be cool. That'd
I
be
sent
cool.
him the email this morning. He still hasn't gotten back. So yeah, you guys are gonna leave next Tuesday, and then hopefully do as well as obviously you guys can. I
Yeah.
mean, I've heard that like, what was it? Hitamius and Josh, they got to like the semis last year.
Last year they got past the first round and maybe second. No, not second round,
Second round they lost.
because Hedemius actually got a hernia when he was there,
Oh,
and so he. I mean, you can't play when you have a hernia,
No.
but he continued to make it to the
Absolutely
semis
not.
and singles there. But that's how
Okay.
good that
He's
guy
just
is.
a freak. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Where's he at now? Do you know?
Uno.
UNOH.
Okay.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Wow.
Yeah,
crazy.
also,
Yeah.
real quick, when that guy completely whiffed on that one hit for UNOH, that was the one time that, like, it's a complete 180. Like, football, like, you have been like, oh, you suck.
Yeah.
But it's like, everyone just went,
Yeah, because with the thing about tennis is the respectable part
Yeah.
is when something happens like that,
yeah.
you don't say anything because
Yeah.
he was supposed to hit a winner.
Yeah.
Like he was supposed to win the point on that.
I hit a buns lob is what
Yeah.
I did.
And so,
You
but
did.
the thing is, if it was more of like a scrappy match, oh, people would have went nuts. Like there was
Yeah.
that one thing, but that one thing wasn't crazy.
Yeah.
If it would have been like the Marion match, people would have went nuts.
Yeah.
Hey,
So-
but like you said, the morals are coming back. You know?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. While I stare at a guy while he drinks water just
Yeah.
to
Drinks water.
let him know that I'm
Yeah.
not gonna
Hey,
get
but then
one
he
in.
was like, "What are you looking at?" You're like, "Nothing."
Hey,
And
don't
then you
worry
walk-
about it.
Also,
Oh,
as-
no, not with fear. Not with fear. I
No,
was just
no.
like, yeah, say, hey,
No,
hey,
chill, man.
hey, bro. Good vibes here, bro.
Christian schools, man. Relax.
but when the Spanish guy hit his partner
Yeah.
with the ball,
What?
has that? Have you guys ever? Yeah. So this
Like on accident.
No.
Oh, okay,
On
okay.
accident.
I thought he like messed up. And
Yeah.
he was like, "Hey,
no. The Spanish.
Could you
I think-
imagine, bro?
bro, I don't know.
That'd be
You guys are
wild.
really opening my mind to tennis."
But he hit. One of you guys hit it. And
He hit
then
a lob.
I did.
Yeah, you hit a
Well,
lob.
it wasn't a
and
buns
this guy,
lob.
No, this is a
this
good
guy
one.
comes for a fiery backhand and just
dude, poor guy.
boom right here to his teammate. I was like,
Yeah.
That's
No,
a
that
really
happens.
big point too.
That happens a lot on serves. And so, like, if you watch, like, sometimes they'll line up in the middle. The volleyer will line up in the middle. Sometimes if they pop up too quick, the serve will nail him right in the head. And so that happens, but not
Yeah.
often. But
Yeah.
he was
Did
just
he ever
being
do that to
stupid.
you?
He shouldn't have hit to the
Nah, bro,
side.
I'm surprised I haven't done it to him, honestly. My miss on my serve is low, and he stands there a lot. So
all right,
Give me a
but
haircut.
we'll let you guys go. Thank you guys so much. It's been your
Yes.
second time on
Dude,
the
yeah.
podcast. One of our favorite guest first time. I think favorite reoccurring guest.
Dude,
as we
100%.
said earlier.
Yeah. Hopefully, you guys are kicking butt in this spring. We can have you guys on
Dude,
for a
that'd be fun.
third time.
Dude, that would be
Dude.
legendary.
That'd
Let's
be
go.
lit. We
Yeah,
have
do
to.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mark it here right now. We gotta look
Let's
back.
go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you
No.
guys have an awesome fall break,
Sweet.
and then come back for ITA.
You guys as
Yeah.
well. Thank you
All
guys
right.
so
Thank
much.
you
It
guys
was
so much
fun.
for having us
Yeah.
again, man.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
All right, so now we're out of the interview. Owen, we said it was going to be a killer
Yes,
interview. Did you
dude.
enjoy that interview?
I did. The boys were back.
They bring good energy,
Yeah, they
good
really
vibes,
do.
good
Dude,
vibes always.
Oh, dude, of course, tennis players, dude. The best vibes.
They're like the only two tennis players I have like sat down with for now an hour of my
Yeah.
life. So
I know. Yeah.
excluding my cousin, but I mean I've known her ever since she was a baby. So
that doesn't count.
Yeah, that doesn't really count. But Owen will get us started with the
Yes.
women's upcoming sports. We're going to do up through the 15th.
15 for every other
things.
sport besides tennis or golf and golf.
Yeah, just golf.
So golf. Actually, we forgot to kind of talk about this, but because the results just haven't been posted, so we didn't really realize that. So the women's team played in the Saints Classic yesterday and today, and it was just 2 rounds. So yesterday was the first round, today's the second round. Over in South Bend, and
that's University of Notre Dame.
Yep. So the first day results are posted. So let me give those a look. But today's results haven't been posted. But Faith Eganoff is ranked 2nd. Sydney, the comm major, Sydney, she's ranked 3rd. She came in with 7 over. She shot a 79. Faith shot a 77. And then Braden Odell, tied for 4th, with an 80. So that is 8 over. McKenna Hostetler.
How's it spelled?
Hostetler.
It's an HOS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she is tied for 12th with 83. Claire Dubois. Gosh, I'm so good.
Dubois.
83, also tied for 12th. And that is where we kind of end it with that. That is not the final result. We will have the final result next week on next week's podcast. But anyways, and then next Monday and Tuesday, like what Donovan and I said, this would be the only sport we'll go over the 15th. They will be at TPC Deer Run. So they'll be at where the men's were at last week, last Monday and Tuesday. And the rounds 1 and 2 will be on Monday, and then round 3 will be on Tuesday. Kind of zoned out right there for a second. Anyways, going on to in soccer, they will have 3 games coming up in this time span between today and the 15th of October. October 8th, this Saturday, they'll be playing against Mount Vernon Nazarene University at Iowa Soccer Field here in Marion, Indiana. Then they will be on Wednesday at 7 p.m. They will be going against the Huntington University here in Marion, Indiana. And then they will be playing against the number 2 ranked Spring Arbor University October 15th in 2 Saturdays like I said, it's at Spring Arbor. So that'll be a good game. It'll be a good old matchup of the top 10. Now moving on to IWU volleyball. Hopefully the girls can get back on track here as they will be at home at these 3 out of the 4 next games. October 4th, they will be at home against Huntington College, like I said earlier. They will be at Goshen College. That's their 1 away game in this 4-game stretch. They will be at Goshen College October 12th in Goshen, Indiana. Then we're back at home again for the next 2 games. October 14th, Friday at 7 p.m., we will be playing against St. Xavier University of Illinois, who is receiving votes. And then we'll be playing against October 15th against Trinity Christian College here in Marion, Indiana. Now moving on to cross country, which is probably the same for both of us, but I'll say the women's. We got October 7th. We'll have a dual meet. We'll have one is at Florida State Invitational, and the next will be all at Bethel Invitational in South Bend. Now moving on to the swim and dive team. They will have 2 meets from October 8th and the October 15th. October 8th will be at Hillsdale College, and the October 15th will be at Aquinas College. So both of those will be in we'll be at Hillsdale October 8th, and then we'll be at home over in the Rec and Wellness Center, or as they call it, the Des Voix Natatorium. And then now moving on to tennis, obviously just the ITA Cup, so the final, like the rounds or whatever, that will be in Rome, Georgia, at the Rome Tennis Center at Berry College. So, yeah, Donovan, that's all for me for the women's sports. What about you for the men's?
Yeah, real quick. I looked up the golf pages since. And they did post. And the women's team won the Saints Classic.
They came back?
Yeah, Sydney won overall with a 155 score.
Yes.
So yeah, they did great. They shot 319 the first day, 317 the second day, which ultimately led them to winning the entire tournament. So congratulations to them. And then for the guys, guess what?
They won.
They did. They won as well. They won the Saints Classic as well. Jack Dykema came in clutch. He shot 72 today, par 71 at their course.
Nice.
So absolutely huge for both. Talk about a turnout for the men's. So obviously they just take the top 4 when it comes to scoring.
Yeah,
In round 1, the men shot 320. In round 2, they shot 296.
Wow, that's a turnaround, dude. If you ask,
that is a
dude.
turnaround. That's the same thing as last week.
I know. Just got some fat O-line legs.
Tighten it up.
It is tight.
Tighten up.
I just got fat O-line legs, dude. I'm sorry.
They do.
I'll lose the weight.
I'll lose the weight. So both the teams ended up winning. For both what they have going on for them, I will first start off with men's golf. What they'll be coming up, as we said, Saints Classic. Next week, October 10th and October 11th, they are going to be. They're going to be doing what's called a Memphis Shootout down in Memphis, Tennessee at TPC Southwind. Looks like they're going to be playing rounds 1 and 2 on Monday, and then they'll do round 3 on Tuesday. 36 holes on a Monday. Some people may like that, some people may not.
Usually does in college golf.
Yeah, usually they just do one on.
No, in college golf, if they're going to play 3 rounds, they're going to
double.
They're going to double up on the first day, and then they play 18 the last day.
Well, have fun playing 36 holes. For you guys in your next tournament down in Memphis. Now move on to men's soccer. Men's soccer this Saturday. It's pretty much the exact same thing as Owen said, minus they're just at the opposite place. So men will go to Mount Vernon Nazarene University this Saturday. Then next Wednesday, they'll go to Huntington University. And then next Saturday, they will be at home against Spring Arbor University. All 3 of those teams are unranked. I think the only team, there's only 2 teams ranked in the Crossroads League. In soccer, that is Bethel at 12 and Grace College at number 7. So these next 3 opponents will all be unranked teams. Next, we'll move on to men's tennis. So you heard earlier in the interview with Isaac and Trey, they'll be going down to Rome, Georgia at the Rome Tennis Center at Berry College. Doing the ITA Cup, as they said they will start their matches on Thursday and go until October 15th, which is a Saturday. As I said, you get 3 matches guaranteed no matter what, and then you do whatever after that point. So
go
good
hang out
luck.
with your friends.
Go hang out with your friends. So that's what they'll be up to in the next week, and it'll just be them 2 going down.
Yeah.
Next, we will go on to men's swim and dive. Men's swim and dive October 8th. So this Saturday we'll be going to Hillsdale, Michigan, where they will swim at Davenport University. It may just be with just Davenport. It could be multiple teams included, but it just says Davenport University, so they'll be swimming against Davenport University then. And then next Saturday, so October 15th, they'll be at home against Aquinas College, and it's their one of 2 home matches the entire school year. So I'm sure they'll love being at home. Next, we'll go on to men's cross country. They will be at 2 places. Their top 7 runners will go to the Florida State University Invite, which will happen this Friday.
So it's top 7. Who told you that?
Top 7.
Eli?
No, Josh Hinderlitter.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So that's what I learned, that top 7 go to the Florida State University Invite. They're going to have fun in Florida. And the rest of the runners will be running at the Bethel Invitational, which will be happening at the same day, probably around the same time. The Bethel one will happen at 3:15. The Florida State one doesn't say what time that will be. They'll be in 2 completely different places. One in sunny Florida, the other one in dreary Mishawaka.
Honestly,
Indiana.
I feel like the ones running in Mishawaka will probably have more fun because
Probably
in Florida,
it'll be
it's going to be
cooler.
hot.
Florida's just going to be hot.
Especially just because the hurricane. So, I mean, it's probably really humid because of the rain and everything.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyways, maybe the trip down will be fun for them. And then lastly, we'll move on to football. So this Saturday, you guys will be playing Marion University, who is ranked number 5 in the nation.
Number 5, number 1 in the conference. We're 2 because they are 2-0 in conference. We're only 1-0. So
okay.
Yeah.
And that'll be a great matchup. Honestly,
Dude,
they're
yeah.
number 5. You guys are number 7.
yeah, we
Um,
manhandled them last year.
You guys did
Yeah.
manhandle them, and that was when they were like 6, and you guys were like 20.
Yeah.
So, and I do think it is funny. Last year, you guys beat 2 teams that were ranked number 6, Olivet Nazarene,
Yeah.
and because they were ranked 6, and then you played Marion, who was ranked 6, and you guys beat them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be.
I mean, manhandled both of them.
you did manhandle.
And this year
both.
we offensively manhandled
Yeah.
all of that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, like, I did see, like, I'm gonna be at home, but they sent out an email if you're like a student that wasn't on the football team and you were sticking around here,
yeah,
they were
I
gonna
saw
bust you
that.
down. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. That reminds me of like when they did that my
Butler.
freshman year when we went down to Butler, and I got invited to a house party while we're in line.
Oh, really?
Some random Butler dude comes up to me and my friends. I don't know why he
You're like, I
chose
go to
us.
ILU actually, sir.
And he's like, he had a beverage in his cup and a Red Bull. And
Good job.
and he's like, "What's up, man?" I'm like, "Hey, man, what's up?" And he's like, "Hey, listen, after the game, you want to come down to my house?" Didn't even give an address or anything. He's like, "Come on down to my house, man. We're gonna have some fun." And I was like, "Yeah, but like they brought us down on buses. Like we can't do anything, and we go to IWU in general." And he's like, "Yeah, but like the bus can wait for you." And I was like, "All right, cool, man. We'll see you there." No, didn't even do that. Went to the game, got on the bus, came back here to the campus. But it was really funny. So hopefully, if we get a bunch of students to go down to that game for you guys, because I think they're doing like their homecoming that week or something.
Like that.
I just know that like oh no, they're celebrating like the school's like 100-year existence, so they're gonna have like this huge thing.
Gosh,
so
I can't wait to just torment them.
torment them.
In the trenches.
So yeah, you guys will be playing them this
Yeah.
Saturday, and then next Saturday, October 15th, you guys will be playing Lawrence Tech. Both of those games are away.
Hey, first time for me going to Lawrence Tech. It's like,
Yeah,
where is
Lawrence
Lawrence
Tech,
Tech
eh?
exactly? Southfield. Yeah.
Southfield, Michigan.
I have no clue where that's at. I think it's I could be so wrong. If I ask someone, they're gonna be like, right here, with their hand, like everyone.
I agree.
Speaking of Michigan
Look at the
and football, are you done with?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I didn't want to interrupt everything. So, Donovan, you're looking kind of good, dude. It's a sick haircut you got there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, shout out Carson.
Cam. Shout out to
I was
my
like
old
Cameron
roommate. Now he's
shout
married,
out
lives in marriage
Carson
housing.
Rogers.
Yes.
Follow him on IG, Captain's Cuts.
Captain's Cuts. Or just, Carson Rogers.
Or just Carson Rogers.
Yeah.
He got me.
Yeah,
got me
dude. You got
good.
to experience new Clippers.
Yeah, I did.
the
I
new
think I was like
news?
his first one.
Dude, I know. That's sick. When he showed it to me, I was kind of hyped for him, not going to lie. Because he when he cut my hair, I think it was 2 weeks ago, he was like, he has the plug, like wall plug in, right? And he was like, dude, he's like, I hate this. He's like, because it is perfect just right here.
Yeah.
Like just perfectly enough will reach across. He was like, if I go any bit further, it's either getting cut out the wall or your hair is getting cut off.
Yeah. I mean,
He's got some wireless.
I think it was great because he, usually, first time you go to someone new, you might be a little bit nervous. And of course I was nervous because not only is it someone new, it's a student doing it.
But so
but
many
he
people too.
He did a great job. So yeah, shout out to Carson.
Yeah, he does. He does do a really good job.
He does.
Yeah.
He does do a really.
Did he
good
cut
job.
a bit off the top too, or
No,
just your
I
side?
just wanted to shape up the sides.
Yeah.
But I would have been fine with him cutting up the
Yeah.
top if that's what I wanted him to do.
Yeah.
But I just wanted the sides shaped up and everything like that. But yeah, he gave me a nice fade. Yeah, I mean he's super cheap too, which is really really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's. It was funny. He's like, yeah, I really have to make sure I'm grabbing the right thing he puts on the clippers. He goes, because the last ones are color coded, and these ones just have a number. I was like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
like, huh?
Yeah, that's what he told me. He was like, the only weird thing is now, like, these are color, like the old ones are color coded.
Yeah,
and
they
he
were
was like, but the
color-coded.
ones I'm like, this is before he was looking at it, the one he
Yeah.
got, and he was like, the only thing that I don't like is it's numbered, not color coded.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, just spray paint it.
Yeah, he could, but I mean, he did a great job. He double checked
Yeah.
everything. Never once did he do something and he was like, ooh.
Yeah, no,
So,
he
yeah.
does it. He does a really good job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
go Carson.
Carson. He does a great job.
Yeah.
It was funny because he was doing that, And so we were in the kitchen, and his wife had one of her girlfriends over, and she was doing her nails.
Oh,
and so it was like
really?
they're like doing like a beauty parlor.
Yeah.
It was so funny. So yeah, huge shout out to them.
Yes,
it was
Carson and
awesome.
Liv.
Carson and Liv, they just
Yeah.
got married. So yeah, that's pretty much a wrap up for
Epi
week
4.
4.
Epi 4 should be
your
5.
dad
if
commented on the highlight I put.
I know he did, dude. Wait, what?
He just said Stash Man.
Yeah. That's what he said.
And
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Dude, now this episode we're gonna have 2 guys with stashes because you
guys
and
with
Isaac,
stashes.
dude.
It
Isaac,
was 3.
I know.
Trey had it.
Yeah, but hey, Trey's got all the stuff together now, like me.
I think in the picture.
He has it. He has to have it because if Isaac thought he had
has
it, then
to.
yeah, he definitely
has
does.
it. Look at him. Look at his mug.
Oh dang!
Yeah,
Look at him,
dude. Yeah, he actually had a. His was really funny because like his
Yeah.
hair was dark and everything like that. So
I think with you is it just like it's not like insanely dark. Like if it was as dark as your hair, like your head of hair, I think it'd be a lot more different.
yeah, maybe it's been sun bleached. Been out in the sun.
Oh, sun bleach. Okay.
Yeah. Should I dye it? Should I?
Thank you all for joining us on
Yeah,
this
thank you all
week
for
of
joining
episode 4 of
Um,
Wildcat Week.
Yeah, so we will have. We should be back to normal. I mean, even though we have fall break, we should still be able to do an episode next week.
That's really up to you.
This week we were able to do this right before fall break. So yeah, we'll see you guys on our next episode.
You guys
of
next
episode
Saturday.
5, season 2,
Season
episode
2,
5,
Epi
which will be
5.
next week. So yeah, thank you all for joining in once again for our
Yeah.
podcast. We really enjoy doing this for you guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, have a great fellow students, have a great fall break. And for everyone else out there, have a great weekend. Peace.
Deuces.